not do that, though? It seems like that would be a hard thing not to do if you're trying to play as hard as you can.
No, pretty much like you said, that's what happened. Trying to do too much, trying to make too many plays, and I just need to play inside the system. And I feel like this last game I was playing with more emotion. And instead of playing inside the system and playing with my keys and reads and stuff like that, and I got away from technique and stuff like that. It's probably one of my worst games.
Really? Even though you had 17 tackles, it was one of your worst games?
Yeah, well, 17 tackles really don't mean nothing. It's about production, so I didn't get that many tackles, but I played outside the system, so it's probably one of my worst games. And I'm gonna correct that. Had that right before this week for Florida.
Were you doing that, do you think, because it was Georgia, because you're playing against a great running back in Todd Gurley? Did that factor into it? Is that why you think you're playing so emotionally?
I wouldn't say it was tied in because of a great running back. It probably tied in because of I wanted to win so bad, and I was trying to do everything possible just to win instead of just playing football.
Curt, I know Coach kind of tells y'all to treat every game the same, but with you being from Florida this week, any different for you?
It's a great opportunity for us. Every week is its own season, so we got to have a great week of preparation. And like I said, all through the season, we've been feeling our fans' positive energy and positive support on us. And now after 2 weeks, 2 away games in a bye week, we finally back in Neyland. So it's gonna be a great week.
Curt, what did it do for y'all's respect level for Justin to see him leave the game, come back out there and play the way he did in the fourth quarter after getting hurt? What did it do for just his respect within the team?
To be honest, it didn't do too much with me. I always respected Worley. He's been through a lot of adversity since he's been here, and he's been put in some tough situations. And I feel like he's always responded and always had his back. Before every game, I tell him, just play your game. I got your back, no matter what. So I got a lot of faith, and I believe in Justin.
Can you guys talk about the checkerboard Neyland initiative and what that means to see support from fans like that?
Yeah, it's gonna be tight. I think it's gonna be real cool. Noon game, checkerboard Neyland. I think it's gonna be epic. That's what I think.
Oh shoot! I know the environment gonna be crazy. I just seen the pictures and stuff on Instagram and everything. Just looking at the pictures make you want to play in the stadium. But I know our fans gonna have the emotions high and have an environment real turned up. So, and then they said that our student section sold out, the tickets sold out. So you know they're gonna be in there turned up.
Curt, Butch was saying it was the best game you played since the best game of the season. Sometimes matchups affect how well or how you play. Was the matchup conducive to your playing well? The system that Georgia has. Why do you think you were so effective Saturday?
Personally, I like playing against teams that run 21, 12, 22 type personnel, and I guess that has something to do with it. The weeks prior, it wasn't as much bigger personnel, so going into SEC play, that's the kind of games I enjoy most, and I guess I just did my job.
Jalen, being from Tennessee, you know all about this rivalry going up against Florida. Did you ever dream that you would be in this game, have an opportunity to go up against the Gators in England?
Yeah, it was always a big dream for me. Wouldn't really say I expected to do it though, but just always working to strive to get to this place and finally here. So definitely excited to play this weekend, try to make some big plays.
Jalen, AJ was just talking about sometimes playing too emotionally. This could be a very emotional game Saturday. What mental process do you go through to prepare yourself not to be too emotional?
I mean, we just take every game 1 week at a time. Like you said, it's a new season every week, and Coach Jones always talk about we want to play with passion, try not to play with emotion. And because emotion, you know, you can go high, you can go low, but when you play with passion, it's consistently there. So we just try to come out and do that every week.
Jalen, how many snaps a game can you play?
I mean, I feel like I can go all day. It don't really matter. I just want to win. That's all that really matters.
Maybe asked to do that.
Yeah, I don't really. I'll play all the special teams. It doesn't really matter.
Curt, are you back to 100%, like all the way with anything normal, dragging?
Yeah, I feel great. I've been feeling good for a long time. I appreciate the question, but I feel good. I feel real good. Thank you.
What have you guys seen? What have you guys seen from Florida so far? Have you seen any film on them? What impressed you about them?
I think they're a good team. Pretty good old line. Couple good running backs. I'm excited for them to come in, and it's gonna be a real good game, real physical game.
This week mean more to you guys than other weeks? I saw Vaughn Pearson tweet a couple times this morning, and Travaris tweet about it being hate week. Does Florida week stand out for you guys?
It's a rivalry for sure, so that stands out. But we know we got to approach it just like every other week, preparation-wise. Starting practice.
What comes to mind for you two, AJ and Curt? You guys have been here for 4 years. What pops into your head when you think about Florida week?
Sure, I think about big game. You know, it's a big game, and it's gonna be a good environment out there. And you're gonna have to perform to the best of your abilities. You're gonna have to step up and make plays. That's the first thing popped in my head. Go from there, let's play. You like playing in rivalry games, and you gotta bring out the best you can in those games. You're gonna have to perform.
Jalen, with Dylan out, do you see any of the young guys kind of stepping up as guys who can, relieve you guys, take a few defensive snaps?
Yeah, well, it'll probably be Elliott Berry and Cortez McDowell behind me. But, those guys, they've been working hard since camp. So I got a lot of faith in those guys. It's going to hurt with Dylan being out. He had built that trust up to where he go in there and play those snaps. But I think those two guys will be able to spare me if we need it, or they'll be able to step in and play that role.
Jalen, you guys are playing a lot of pressure on special teams. You were kind of in that spot last year. How much do you think it helped your development heading into this year?
I think it helped a lot. Just being out there, just learning the speed of the game, learning how to use different techniques, learning how to use your hands, and basically wanting to be a playmaker out there. So when you can get those young guys on special teams, it's definitely going to help them later on down the road.
When did you first feel comfortable at the linebacker position?
I would say all throughout spring practice. When I was there every day, just going with the ones every day, being beside AJ, talking to Curt, those guys who've been there, done it, just teaching me little stuff. So throughout the spring, I started to feel real comfortable there.
Anything else?
AJ, just on the different type offenses with completely different. Jeff Driscoll for running back and quarterback. How does that affect your thinking at your position when you're playing against a guy like that?
We done played against running quarterbacks our first 2 games, so we did pretty good on containing them. So it's just what we do, rehearsing practice. We already broke down the film today as a defense early this morning. We came together, broke down the film, and we seen it had a couple of design quarterback runs and stuff like that. But just everybody playing in their fits and playing in their keys, we'll be able to control that. And when you have a running quarterback, it helps your offense. You can have a gap that's unaccounted for. So we're gonna have to have people be able to make a play and get off and make play.
Being that you guys are obviously some of the older guys on the team, very young team, as everybody knows, what are some things you guys got to work with the younger kids on? Like I know a lot of these guys, they got skill, we all know that, but what things that they come out and do, I guess the word I should have said is raw. What do you guys do when you work with some of the kids? What are the hardest habits that you guys have to break them up?
I just help. My goal is try to help them focus on 1 week at a time, not look down this line and figure out who we're playing in 3 weeks or anything like that. Just put all your energy and emotion and passion into just this 1 week, one practice at a time, and approach every practice like a business. Got to get better every day.
I know for me, when you say that, it made me think of Elliott Berry. And one thing I've just been trying to preach to him, using his hands. So that's a big thing as a linebacker, using hands. So, pretty much all the young guys who are here, they doing everything right. They going out playing, and if you tell them to do something, they gonna do it. They out making plays. So the young guys who are here, they making plays and doing everything right. But it's just little technique stuff that they can just polish up. But everything else, they been balling.
Hey, just speaking of those young guys, what did you think of Todd Kelly's interception?
That joint was sick. I was running down the field and I looked over and I just seen him in the air and just mid-air caught the ball. It felt good too, but it wasn't nothing that shocked me because he done made them plays in practice plenty of times, and And that's why he out there playing with us, because we know what he can do, and he can make plays and he'll baller. So it was a great play by him to change the momentum of the game, and it felt real good seeing him make that play too.
What'd you say to Gurley after you planted him in the ground? Or what'd he say to you?
Me and Girl were talking a lot of stuff the whole game. He a good back. After the game, we shook hands and stuff like that afterwards. Everything was cool, but you know, I had to say my phrase, light him up.
AJ, how do you think, in terms of your career, if you're playing better this season overall, why do you think you're playing better? What are you better at now than, say, you were last season? Speaking about you, not the team.
What I'm better at now, like playing in the system, like you said. This past game, I got away from it, but the games early before this, I've been playing the system and just doing my job for the most part, and setting stuff right and making sure everybody lined up. So just playing in the system, doing my job is the big thing.
Are you faster than you were a year ago?
Yeah, a lot of people be saying I look faster and stuff on the field. I feel like I'm still the same speed, but if people say I look faster, I must be faster.